February 14th, 2026, a day that would soon be etched into the collective memory of the Philippines. What began as an ordinary morning quickly transformed into a whirlwind of excitement and speculation, as the nation awoke to news that would dominate conversations for days to come. A headline blazed across every screen, every device, and every newsstand. Japan to transfer Abukuma-Class warships to Philippine Navy. The words seemed almost surreal, carrying the weight of history and the promise of a new era for the country's maritime forces. The news spread like wildfire, igniting passionate discussions from the bustling coffee shops of Manila to the quiet corners of rural towns. In internet cafes, students and veterans alike debated the implications, while online military forums buzzed with speculation and analysis. Even radio stations interrupted their regular programming to broadcast the breaking story, ensuring that no one was left out of the loop. For many, it felt like a pivotal turning point, a moment when the Philippines could finally stand taller on the world stage. The sight of the Philippine naval flag, now imagined flying from the deck of a modern warship, stirred feelings of pride and hope. It was as if the nation's maritime dreams were suddenly within reach. The story promised not just new ships, but powerful vessels equipped to patrol the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea. These ships, with their advanced technology and formidable presence, were seen as guardians of the nation's sovereignty, ready to defend the country's interests and ensure peace in the region. For countless Filipinos, this was more than just a headline. It was a symbol of progress, a beacon of hope for a stronger, more secure future. Families gathered around their televisions, celebrating the news as if it were a national holiday. Children dreamed of one day serving on these mighty ships, inspired by the promise of a modernized navy. The announcement also signaled a deepening alliance with Japan, a partnership built on mutual respect and shared interests. Images of naval officers shaking hands and diplomats exchanging agreements filled the airwaves, reinforcing the sense that the Philippines was forging stronger ties with a key regional ally. News articles and expert analyses delved into the impressive capabilities of the Abukuma-Class ships. From state-of-the-art radar systems to advanced weaponry, every detail was scrutinized and celebrated. The public marveled at artist renderings, showing the ships proudly bearing the Philippine Navy's insignia. These images, both official and fan-made, fueled the excitement, making the prospect of a revitalized Navy feel tangible and imminent. The narrative was so compelling, so vivid, that it seemed as if the deal was already sealed. Newsrooms buzzed with activity, reporters racing to provide updates and exclusive insights. Editors debated the significance of the story, while the public eagerly awaited every new development. Social media platforms exploded with pride and anticipation. Hashtags related to the Navy trended nationwide, as Filipinos from all walks of life shared their thoughts, hopes, and dreams for the country's future at sea. The sense of hope was palpable. For the first time in years, the vision of a modernized, world-class Navy seemed within reach, inspiring both the young and the old to believe in a brighter tomorrow. But as the excitement reached its peak, a crucial question began to surface, one that would challenge the very foundation of the story. Was this headline actually true, or was the nation swept up in a wave of wishful thinking? Social media exploded with celebration, as if a spark had ignited a wildfire of excitement across the country. In offices, homes, and cafes, people's faces lit up as they scrolled through their feeds, watching the news spread at lightning speed. Notifications chimed, and every new post seemed to add fuel to the growing frenzy. The story of the Abukuma-Class ships went viral almost instantly. News alerts popped up on smartphones, and people eagerly shared the latest updates with friends and family. It felt like everyone was part of a single nationwide conversation, united by a sense of anticipation and pride. Hashtags like Abukuma-Class PH trended at the top of social media platforms, uniting Filipinos in a wave of digital patriotism. Online communities buzzed with energy, as people from all walks of life joined in, posting their thoughts, hopes, and dreams for the country's Navy. Defense enthusiasts dove deep into the details, sharing ship specifications, analyzing possible upgrades, and debating what these new vessels could mean for the nation's security. Forums and chat groups filled with passionate discussions, as experts and amateurs alike weighed in. Mainstream media quickly picked up the story, amplifying the excitement even further. News anchors reported live updates, while journalists raced to publish headlines that captured the public's imagination. The story dominated the airwaves, making it feel even more real. The excitement became a feedback loop. Each post, video, or article made the rumor feel more real. Artists began drawing fan art of the ships, imagining them sailing proudly under the Philippine flag. Vloggers uploaded explainer videos, breaking down what the ships could do and why they mattered. Online polls popped up everywhere, asking people to vote on what to name the ships. Suggestions poured in, from historical figures to symbols of hope, as everyone wanted to leave their mark on this moment in history. The Abukuma-Class quickly became more than just ships. They became a symbol of national pride and hope. People imagined grand ceremonies at the docks with flags waving and crowds cheering, celebrating a new chapter for the country's navy. For many, it wasn't just about the ships themselves. It was about dignity, sovereignty, and the belief that the Philippines could stand tall on the world stage. The ships represented dreams of a stronger, more secure future. The digital celebration was intense, with group chats buzzing and virtual events filled with confetti graphics and cheers. But beneath the surface, the excitement was built on shaky ground, a rumor that had yet to be confirmed. As the online party raged on, only a few paused to question the source of the news. Some began to dig deeper, reading articles that cast doubt on the story, while editors in newsrooms quietly reviewed their sources with growing concern. The anticipation was real, and the hope was genuine, but a reality check was looming. People watched live news, with anxious faces, wondering if the dream would hold up under scrutiny. Soon, the truth would break through the noise, and the nation would have to face whatever came next, whether it was confirmation, disappointment, or something in between. Beneath the excitement, one thing was missing: official confirmation. The reports relied on unnamed insiders, not government statements. In defense matters, the gap between rumor and policy is vast. Hints of Japan-Philippines cooperation were spun into a story of imminent transfer. The rumor mill took a kernel of truth and built a castle in the sky. The line between hope and fact blurred, setting up public expectations. Without a solid foundation, the story was bound to collapse. In the wake of swirling rumors and mounting excitement, the Philippine Navy quickly stepped in to clarify the situation, determined to set the record straight before speculation could spiral out of control. Commodore Roy Trinidad, the Navy's official spokesperson, addressed the media with a calm but firm demeanor. He announced that, contrary to the reports circulating online and in the press, no formal offer from Japan regarding the transfer of naval ships had been made to the Philippine government. The announcement sent ripples through the public. What had started as a wave of celebration and hope for a strengthened navy quickly shifted to confusion and disappointment. People who had been eagerly anticipating the arrival of new ships now found themselves questioning what had really happened. On social media, the mood changed almost instantly. Where there had been cheers and congratulatory messages, there were now questions, frustration, and even anger. Many wondered how the story had gained so much traction without any official confirmation. Commodore Trinidad's statement served as a crucial reminder to the public and the media alike. In matters of national defense, only official channels and verified information should be trusted. Rumors, no matter how exciting, can lead to misunderstandings and misplaced expectations. While Trinidad didn't rule out the possibility of future talks or cooperation with Japan, he was clear that, as of now, nothing was final. He emphasized that negotiations of this scale are complex, involving multiple layers of approval and diplomacy. The Navy's message was straightforward. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. These kinds of international defense deals require patience, careful planning, and official agreements before any celebration can begin. Without a formal offer on the table, the much-anticipated ships remained just that: a hope, a possibility, but not yet a reality. The docks stayed quiet, and the vessels remained out of reach for now. This clarification was more than just a correction. It was a necessary reset for public expectations. It reminded everyone that in matters of national security, accuracy and transparency are paramount. The episode underscored the importance of basing defense planning and public discourse on facts, not rumors or wishful thinking. Every decision must be grounded in reality, supported by official documents and thorough analysis. Through their professionalism and commitment to transparency, The Philippine Navy helped restore trust and focus, ensuring that the nation remains united and well-informed as it looks to the future. What does no formal offer really mean? In diplomacy, it's the difference between casual talks and a binding proposal. Informal discussions are common, official offers are rare and deliberate. Rumors often start when informal talks leak and get amplified. A formal offer is a written, official document sent through diplomatic channels. It details terms, conditions, and costs, something the Philippines had not received. Until that document arrives, there's no deal on the table. Trinidad's statement made it clear the process hadn't reached that stage. The public learned the difference between hopeful chatter and real negotiations. In international deals, only official paperwork counts. The rumor was just that, a rumor. Defense deals are marathons, not sprints. Both countries face legal, political, and logistical hurdles. In Japan, transferring warships requires approval from multiple ministries and strict laws. The Philippines must evaluate, budget, and plan for any new asset. Technical teams inspect, estimate costs, and assess needs before any acceptance. The process can take years, involving careful negotiation and planning. Rushing risks mistakes and wasted resources. Patience is essential. Real progress is slow but steady. Only when every step is complete does a deal become reality. The excitement over the Abukuma-Class is justified. These ships would be a major upgrade for the Philippine Navy. Designed for anti-ship and anti-submarine warfare, they fill critical gaps. Their advanced weapons and sensors would boost maritime security. The transfer would signal a stronger alliance with Japan and greater regional deterrence. It would also improve joint training and interoperability between the two navies. For the Philippines, it's about more than hardware. It's about sovereignty and security. The ships would help defend the West Philippine Sea and protect national interests. That's why the rumor sparked so much hope. Even as a possibility, the Abukuma-Class inspires national ambition. The Abukuma-Class rumor teaches the value of patience in defense affairs. Building a credible navy takes years of planning, training, and investment. New ships require infrastructure, skilled crews, and updated strategies. Announcements are timed carefully to avoid disrupting negotiations. Governments work quietly behind the scenes before going public. The public's role: stay informed, support modernization, and trust official sources. Real progress isn't always visible, but it's happening. Strength is built through steady, professional effort, not instant headlines. The journey to a stronger navy is long, but patience pays off. The finish line is reached by those who wait and work. The Abukuma-Class saga proves that headlines don't build a navy, hard work does. The public's enthusiasm is vital, but so is critical thinking. Real progress comes from careful planning and official action, not rumors. The Navy's clarification was a step toward professionalism and trust. Acquiring major assets is a complex, deliberate process for good reason. The dream of a modern fleet is alive, but it will be realized through patience and diligence. Support the journey, seek facts, and understand that true strength takes time. The future of the Philippine Navy depends on steady, dedicated effort, not viral news.